Hello and welcome. This is Eagle Eye 621, and today I'm going to be showing you an easy way to get wither roses, and a lot of wither roses. Now I will have a link in the iCard to a proper AFK'able wither rose farm, but if you're not supplying wither roses for a whole server, something like this is a nice quick and easy setup, and it'll get you plenty for whatever project that you need. Let me show you how to make this by showing you the materials you'll need. They're actually pretty basic. You're going to need 3 wither skeleton skulls and 4 blocks of soul sand. That's in order to spawn the wither. You're going to want to have 4 marker blocks. I like obsidian, but you can pick something else. You're going to want a healthy amount of splash poison potions, and then as many eggs as you can possibly gather. And then, because you're going to be doing this in survival mode, you're going to want to have some food. A bucket of milk is a nice convenience, but not strictly necessary, and a trapdoor to get in and out of the contraption, and some nice tools. And I'll have a link to show you how to make these tools as well. In case you don't remember how to make these splash potions of poison, you're going to need the materials in this chest, that being some blaze powder. You're going to need your brewing stand and your bottles of water. Then you're going to want some nether wart, a spider eye, and some gunpowder. And I like using a hopper for some convenience in terms of a very basic automatic setup. You point the hopper directly into the brewing stand, and you put your blaze powder in as well as your water bottles, but then you can put your ingredients in, and the hopper will dispense those ingredients into the brewing stand from left to right. So as soon as it's done using the nether wart, which you'll see when it gets to the end, it will pull in the spider eye automatically as the next ingredient, as you saw. And when the spider eye is done, it'll pull in the gunpowder. Now, the most important part of this setup is the positioning. So let's grab these items. Let me actually change around my inventory a little bit right here. Now, what you'll see here is you can start on any of these flat sides. I'm just going to pick this one. You'll see that there is 3 blocks between the end and the middle. So let's go down a little bit right here. And we want to make sure that we're down 2 air blocks from this one. So this is the outside one right here. This is the first one. This is the second. And then this is the third. And now we're uncovering the fourth. You're going to want to dig down 1 extra to put your marker block right there. If you're in the right spot, you should see that it's looking at 0, 0. And that's right here. This middle number doesn't matter. You want these 2 outside numbers to be 0. And then you're going to want to give yourself a little bit of space right here, and you're going to want to come in front of this and make 3 just like that. Now we can start expanding our chamber a little bit. You want to go 4 out from this tail right here. So this is the first one, 2, 3, 4. Then we can clear a little bit of space around it, but we don't want to go too far because you're going to be digging in survival. So now you want to go 4 out from this side as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, as you can see. And then we can clear this area to make a nice little box right here. Then you're going to want to do 4 on that side as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, we're going to clear this out in a nice 2 high area to make that nice and flush with this wall. And then, of course, we want to go 4 in this as well. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We happen to have done that already. So now let's just clear this area. And it will take you a little bit longer in survival, but not too long because there are not that many blocks that we're dealing with. Just like this. So now we have a very nice box, 4 out from each end of our outline. And now what you're going to want to have is you're going to put your soul sand on top of these blocks. That's why these marker blocks are here. And then your trapdoor is to help you get out of this when it is time to leave. So we're going to put it just like that, and when you want to get out, you can jump on it and then obviously close it up so the animals that you're about to bring in here can't get out. Just like that. Now you can also add some trapdoors across like this to make sure nobody falls in. I didn't include those in the build list. Those are optional, and you can do them if you want. And while we're up here, we can see that this is now completed, and we have some additional splash potions of poison, which I will take as well. Now what you're going to want to do is come in here, and you're going to want to get as many chickens in here as possible. So you're going to want to just start spamming all these eggs with some speed throwing strats, that is, as you can see. And this really is the more the merrier. The way you can think about this is that every animal you have down here will eventually turn into a wither rose. So you can really just fill this whole area up. Part of the reason you dug out as much as you did is in order to give yourself as much room to fit as many animals in here as possible without needing to worry about them dying from suffocation or anything of that nature. So if you don't have enough eggs, you can of course wait for them to grow up and breed them, but you don't actually have to wait for the wither roses, because while baby animals don't drop anything, at least in Java 1.14 and 1.15, if they're killed by a wither, they will drop a wither rose. Now to show you that this is safe to do in survival, I'm going to get all of these nice splash potions ready, and I'm going to switch the game mode into survival. And you can see I'm not wearing any armor, no shield, and you're going to want to run around and dose them with a healthy amount of the splash potions of poison. You can spawn them in a more contained area to save on some of these potions, or you can just run around and do your best to get all of them with the poison. Any of them that are not hit with the poison ultimately may not die. It's not as big of a deal because they'll just be down here waiting for the next time you're going to do this, but you do need to gather 3 more skulls, which is kind of annoying. So be liberal about it. And the reason you brought the milk is to deal with when you poison yourself. It won't kill you, but it is annoying, and then the food will heal you back to normal. You're going to want to wait until all of these particle effects stop, and that means that the poison has taken its full effect, and that means that each one of these chickens will be on half of a heart. That means you can punch them and they will die from that one punch, but you're not going to want to punch them because that's one less wither rose that you'll have. So as soon as you see these stop, you can get ready with your skulls, and we can even start placing them. Place 2, don't place that 3rd. If you want to, you can run as soon as you place that 3rd one, like so, but you actually don't have to leave because you won't die from this explosion. And again, you can see no armor. Let's place this 3rd one down. Chickens want to get out of the way, please, so I can turn you into wither roses. And you can see you'll take a tiny bit of damage, but you won't die from this explosion, unlike all these chickens. And there you go. Now, this guy can't hurt you. As you can see, I'm running right through him. So he will slowly start to suffocate and die on his own. So as you can see from the top of the screen, it is slowly starting to suffocate. You can speed things along with one of these perfect smite axes. And again, you won't be able to escape, make it nervous because it looks like they're going up. But the reason that you were proper with this location is so that they can't actually escape. You can get in here and shop, and again, you can walk right into them. You can't get damaged by this guy. This is also a very safe way just to get the Wither Stars, just like that. And you have a nice Nether Star, excuse me, not a Wither Star. But as long as you're going to be doing this, you might as well get the extra Wither Roses as well. You can see in that quick setup, without spending much time to get a heck of a lot of animals in here, still have over 3 stacks of Wither Roses. And then these marker blocks are here so that you remember exactly where you need to place them next time. You can put the soul sand back down, and the next person just has to supply the Wither Skulls, which are going to be the most irritating part to get. And then you can seal up this chamber so that people won't fall in until they are ready to make more of these very nice Wither Roses. Now, I do need to give a couple of shout outs as well. This concept has been done before. The earliest person I saw make a video on this is someone called Belmathan, and I will link to their channel as well. This version is sort of an upgraded version of what they did. They used a crusher to weaken the chickens. I find that poison is a lot more effective because it'll get them down to half a heart and then it won't kill them. And then I also know that Phil did something similar to this as well in one of the live streams, and I will link to that as well. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate a like. If you found it interesting, maybe even consider sharing it with one of your friends. And for more videos like this, do be sure to subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.